Alrighty here. Hello. This video is going to go over the bones of the arm. And so we're starting here at the top at the humerus. Now I have a right arm set here. I know this is a right humerus because this part of the humerus goes into the shoulder, and you want the deep hole in the back of the humerus, and we'll see why in a few minutes, okay? So this is a right humerus. Starting here at the top, I have the head of the humerus. This is nice, smooth part that's going to fit into the glenoid fossa to form the shoulder joint. Now, down along the side here, I feel this roughened, raised area. That is the deltoid tuberosity. As we get down to the bottom of the humerus, we're going to see several structures, okay? So this one here that goes from this ridge to this ridge kind of looks like an hourglass or a spool on its side. That is known as the trochlea. And then this round ball here is known as the capitulum. There's a bump here and a bump here, and those are the epicondyles. This would be the medial epicondyle and the lateral epicondyle. And then we're going to have some divots. We have a dip here on the front, and we have a dip on the back. But I'm going to show you those names as I introduce you to the lower arm bones. So this is the ulna. I know it's the ulna because it has a letter U on its head. Okay, that letter U, the space inside the U is called the trochlear notch. So the trochlear notch here of the ulna fits over the trochlea. They fit together kind of like a puzzle, like that. Okay, can you see that? And so it can bend and go forward and backward in our hinge joint. All right, so to make this entire place that surrounds the trochlear notch, I have this top piece, which is called the olecranon process, and I have the bottom piece that is called the coracoid process. Oh, I'm sorry, coronoid process. Get my coracoids and coronoids confused today. All right, so we have the olecranon process and the coronoid process. So when I put it on the humerus around the trochlear notch again fits around the trochlea, okay? And when it is straight, here it's hard to do one-handed while holding a phone. When this elbow is straight, let me show you what's happening on the back, okay? So if I straighten out this elbow, then what's happening is the olecranon process here is going into that deep hole on the back of the humerus. So the trochlear notch fits around the trochlea. The olecranon process goes into that deep hole. So we're going to call that deep hole on the back of the humerus the olecranon fossa. Okay, now I've got it. Look, now I'm going to flip it like that. Sorry, putting these on a flat surface is not working well. But when I bend the elbow and bring it up like that, then this bottom part of the trochlear notch, which is known as the coronoid process, goes into this hole. So just like we called the one on the back the olecranon fossa for the olecranon process, this hole is known as the coronoid fossa for the coronoid process. Okay, so that's pretty much all the features of the humerus: the head, the deltoid tuberosity, the lateral epicondyle, capitulum, trochlea, medial epicondyle, the coronoid fossa, and the olecranon fossa. All right, let's finish up the ulna. We've learned all the things at the top, almost. The radius and the ulna lie next to each other. And right here along the side of the trochlear notch is another divot, and that's where the radius is going to lie. So that is called the radial notch. And then down at the bottom, you see that there's a little sort of pointy part at the bottom, and that is called the styloid process of the ulna. Okay? So olecranon process, trochlear notch, coronoid process, radial notch, styloid process. All right. On the radius, and by the way, it's got a circle on its head, so that tells you circles have radius. That is the head and the neck, and then you're going to see this funky, rough bump right here. That's the radial tuberosity. And we've learned about tuberosities being a roughened surface. And then at the bottom, we also have a somewhat pointy part right there that would be known as the styloid process of the radius. Okay, so those are the parts that you have to know for the humerus. You do need to know right and left on the humerus. for the ulna and for the radius. I will not ask you rights and lefts on the ulna or the radius.